Hello everyone, welcome back to my rambling videos about everything and nothing. Well, I try my best, you know how it is. I've explained previously. So today I'm in another beautiful spot as I speak about somewhat uh, sad things. But allow me to start to explain for the new. I had some new subscribers. I've seen it yesterday briefly because I've been 2 days absent, and I want to explain briefly how this works. It works when I have some free time from work. Sometimes that can be several days. Sometimes that can be a day once in a while. I have to manage the time with all the other affairs, family, and everything. So yeah, because it's not too much to repeat. I'm not making any money on that, so please do not demand too much of me. I want to thank all the comments that support, comments of support for this initiative. Uh, and yeah, let's go through it today. If you allow me, I would start to speak about Portugal. I know it's a rather insignificant country in the context of geopolitics, but as it is a EU country, I want to just say a little bit first for those who might be interested in Portugal or in coming to Portugal. The Portuguese government has had a policy since 2009 of tax relief for the for foreigners, and foreigners that invest here, that spend certain amount of days during per year in our territory. We have golden visas for bigger investors, and all of this was done during the 2008 crisis afterwards in order to try to boost the economy, so to attract, because one of the internal criticisms that the Portuguese government had was that too high taxes, and so investors are not attracted. This is what they say. I do not agree, by the way. I do not agree, and I also do not agree with the schemes allowed by European Union to allow the, the biggest Portuguese corporations to pay taxes in other countries of the European Union and pay the opposite wages, low wages, to Portuguese workers or to workers. They might not be Portuguese. And so now Antonio Costa is saying that this tax break for these people has to end. It makes no sense anymore. And I don't know if it's just, for now it's just thoughts. But this was actually news in The Guardian. That's why I chose to comment on my foreign affairs bit. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. For example, if you just give me a sec, here, because I got. I always mess this up. Okay, here it is. So, I read you. Tax breaks for foreign residents in Portugal are no longer justified, Prime Minister Antonio Costa declared, promising to close the scheme for new applicants in 2024. So, if you are thinking of moving to Portugal, hurry up. Launched in 2009, the scheme allows the people who become residents by spending more than 183 days a year in the country to benefit from a special 20% tax rate on Portuguese sourced income derived from high value added activities such as doctors and university teachers. Okay, the article goes on. Why is this being done now? Because Now the government claims that this is one of the main responsibles for the housing prices. We had the demonstrations on the street recently, a couple of days ago. People demonstrated against the price of the housing. It's forbidden. For example, the inhabitants of Lisbon. Lisbon is a city suffering from gentrification. People are forced to move from the center because it's simply too expensive. And then enterprises move in, like places for Airbnb and other hotels and other things just dedicated to the world market. Bear in mind that the average Portuguese salary, it's less than 1,000 euro. So how are the Portuguese faring in housing wise? How are they faring? You can imagine, right? If you have rents that are much more than that alone, or even 50-60% of that, you cannot expect to do well. And so, yeah, let me know. Okay, but something's wrong with my phone today. I'm having difficulty. I have to, I don't know, maybe restart it, reboot it. But I have no time. I haven't come here on purpose to do the video. I'm actually on my way to work. I've left home earlier, so I had time to do this video on my commute to work. And so, yeah, I need to talk about a couple of subjects. So, Ukraine war is sparking many problems in Europe. One of them, I think, it can be related, which is the tensions between Serbia and Kosovo. Of course, I think Kosovo is picking a fight. We know how it went. Serbia is a traditional ally of Russia, so we know how that goes through the eyes of the US and the Western powers. And yeah, and of course we had that incident in North Kosovo. They say it's a terrorist act. They accuse Serbia. Of course, Serbia denies it. But I think conflict is brewing again, and this can be quite dangerous. On the other hand, there are several other symptoms that things are not going well in Europe, even within the European Union. We have the recent Slovakia elections, as you all know. Fico got the majority. It's not a big majority, it's about 24%, if I'm not mistaken. But they immediately started calling him pro-Putin. It has to be immediately pro-Putin. It has to be immediately vilified, evil, supporter of Putin, all of that. So no country can decide his own fate. It's going to be immediately labeled pro-Putin, pro-Russia, and all of the nonsense. I think Fico knows where he stands. For example, same can be said about Orban. He knows where he stands. He knows that it's madness to be hostile to Russia like this. Not because they should be afraid or anything, but because that there are natural relationships between neighbors that occur between these countries and Russia. I'm not just talking about because of the past, of them all being in the same country, the same Soviet Union, but we know the Soviet Union is long gone, and these relations have been established because of other reasons, commercial reasons. And these relations were actually quite beneficial for many European countries. Russia provided cheap energy, provided a market for them, many other benefits, and provided good neighborhood. You know, Russia hasn't been hostile unless his neighbor becomes hostile. And this has been the trend. Unlike the United States, which picks hostilities with countries far, far away from its borders, demonizing them the usual way. Russia is no. And so also about the Nagorno-Karabakh, Armenia keeps digging its grave. They really want to get in trouble with Russia. And if they do, it's not going to end well for them. This is my opinion, of course. Please tell me if you disagree. We can agree to disagree, and I welcome all opinions. The only thing I do not welcome, sometimes I do, because sometimes they are hilarious, are name-calling comments and offenses and things like that. But I can fare well without that, okay? So please, if you watch this video and you have some of those sentiments, there's something I need you to do. Follow these instructions. Write all what you have to say in Hello everyone. I have to make this video because I realized that I had issues on the last recording. So as I thought the problem was only with the image, with the video, no, the problem was unfortunately the sound as well. It's really frustrating as half of my talk is cut. Yeah, this is because this is because my gear is really is a shitty one. Uh, I use $10 wireless mics from AliExpress, and I use my 300. I said $10, €10. Sorry, and I have a €250 Xiaomi phone, and that's what I do stuff with. Yeah, a lot of issues here today, so I'll be fast before this falls again. So just to say that the video continues. I will record. I will go again to another location and keep recording. I want to talk about more about the subjects. Well, half of the video was cut because the image was lousy and suddenly the sound also dropped, which makes it unusable. And then I have to work. I don't have time. So yeah. Sorry, I know it's a lot of excuses, but it's I cannot say it's the reality, so I cannot dodge it. I cannot make it right. It's physically impossible. Anyway, thanks. Hope you keep supporting because that eventually I'll have to do some reforms in order to dedicate and do a better job to this channel. Thank you very much. My apologies once again. And yeah, from me soon you will hear. It might be some days off, then it'll be a streak of a few days, but you will keep hearing from me. Thank you very much.